So Jordan Brand has put up a pretty well diversified lineup of Jordan 1s this year. A lot of them with some pretty different takes on the actual material being used and some pretty vibrant colors mixed in there as well. But one of the 4 pairs left to drop here in 2022 is actually pretty odd. So here we have the box, an all over red with Nike branding Jordan 1 box. Let me pop open the box and show you guys today's pair of sneakers. It is the Jordan 1 Starfish. And here we have them, guys. This is a sneaker that I really didn't think would surprise me as much as it has. Like, it's something that I really didn't notice until I actually got these things in hand and realized that there is a bunch of details about this pair of ones that are completely different to a regular Jordan 1. I will say they've done these details in a pretty subtle way, but before we get into all of that, let me just give you guys some of the release details on this pair. These actually dropped here in the UK and the EU on September the 22nd, and the funny thing is they are still fully available on Nike sneakers. Like, not a single size has sold out. That might just be a UK thing, but it definitely shows the current demand and I guess hype for Jordan 1s at the moment. These are upcoming in the US, however, they're going to be dropping on October the 27th, and because of the colorway and because of that release date being so close to Halloween, you're getting Halloween vibes from this pair of sneakers. Either way, the retail is set at £165 here in the UK and $170 if you're around the US. Okay, so like I said, there's some weird or strange things about this pair of Jordan 1s, and it actually all starts with the unboxing. So first off, these came fresh out the box from Nike laced, which if you've ever bought a pair of Jordan 1s, they normally come unlaced. And these actually came with an extra pair of sail laces, which I much prefer to what's on the sneaker out of the box, which is this orange pair. Something else that I thought was a little bit strange is they actually come with paper inserts instead of the typical cardboard inserts that you normally find on Jordan 1. They also included a couple hang tags, which is pretty rare. They've got this brown hang tag, which feels incredible in terms of the actual leather that's used for this hang tag. It's a shame that they didn't use it on the entirety of this sneaker. You've got 2 debossed logos on this hang tag. You've got the Jumpman logo, and on the other side, you've got the outline of a basketball. And the second hang tag is probably more of an accurate depiction of what the leather quality is like on this sneaker. Well, this is just a hanging square with the Nike Air branding on it. Now, all of that is pretty strange, but nothing too crazy. But then I noticed the actual shape of this pair of ones, and it got even weirder. Shape is something you can't really tell from the images that you see online, but if I put them side by side with the Taxi Jordan 1, you can clearly see the back of it is much straighter and the ankle area comes up much higher. And when you put this pair side by side with a pair of Jordan 1 high 85s, that version looks a lot more similar to this one. Not only that, but if you take a look at the Jordan Wings logo, you can tell it's a lot smaller on the Starfish ones when compared to the Taxi Jordan 1s. So I feel like just based off of the shape of this pair of sneakers, it has a lot more in common with a pair of high 85s than it does a regular pair of Jordan 1s. However, the materials on here don't feel like a pair of high 85s, at least from what I've experienced with the pairs that I've had. That material seems to be a lot more stiffer, whereas this pair is a lot softer, something that definitely does feel like more standard Jordan 1s. Now, the sock liner on this pair is also pretty different to a pair of standard Jordan 1s. It comes in a plush fleece lining, which I gotta admit feels pretty good. It's just a little step above the regular mesh that you find on a typical pair of 1s. Now, one thing that kind of threw me off about this pair of shoes, which I'm not entirely sure sure if I like or not is the brown leather around the ankle area. On one hand, I think it actually works pretty well with the orange and sail colors on this pair of sneakers, but on the other hand, it's kind of random. Like Nike literally said in the description of the Jordan 1 Starfish that it was inspired by Michael Jordan's kit from the exhibition match in Italy. Of course, in that exhibition match is where he had his backboard shattering dunk, which of course inspired all of the different variations of the shattered backboard Jordan 1 that we know today. That kit that Nike's referring to is just orange and black. I don't think it has any brown on there. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. Honestly, some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna absolutely hate it, but I don't really think it's the worst color to put on this pair of sneakers. Like, it does overall make for quite a nice looking full pair of Jordan 1. I am a big fan of the midsole though. That is all sailed out, and I think you pair that with the sail laces that they included, and of course the sail looking tongue, it gives it a really vintage vibe and just matches perfectly with this sneaker, which overall I think does go pretty hard on foot, which will bring me to sizing. Let's quickly go over that. Again, I personally go true to size with my Jordan 1, so that's what I'm going to recommend to you. But overall, as a pair of Jordan 1s, I gotta say, these are really not bad. You can probably find them for retail or potentially even under retail here in the EU and the UK. I don't necessarily think they're gonna do anything crazy for you guys out in the US either. You could probably pick them up for retail. Take that however you want, but as a Jordan 1, they're clean, they got decent materials, and they're probably gonna be pretty affordable. But with that being said, there's only 3 pairs of Jordan 1 highs left to drop here in 2022. So on to the next one, but let me know what you think of the Jordan 1 Starfish. Let me know your thoughts on these down in the comment section. I want to thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.